The Chicago Bears are making moves in free agency, and their first big signing is in. They've brought in center Drew Dalman on a 3-year contract, a player who has been heavily linked to the team for a while. With this signing, Bears GM Ryan Poles continues to strengthen the roster, and there's plenty to be excited about. Before we dive into what this means for the team, make sure to hit that like button to welcome Drew Dalman to Chicago. Drop a welcome in the comments, and subscribe and turn on all notifications. Now, let's break down the details. On Monday, March 10th, Adam Schefter reported that Dalman signed a 3-year, $42 million deal with $28 million guaranteed. That's a huge contract, averaging $14 million per year. Big money for a center. But it's a smart move for the Bears, and I'll explain why in just a bit. So, what does Drew Dalman bring to the table? He's a top-tier center who will be crucial in protecting Caleb Williams, who on 6'3", 300 pounds, and just 26 years old. He's in his prime. Last season with the Atlanta Falcons, he allowed only 2 sacks, 1 quarterback hit, and 10 total pressures. He also earned an impressive 79.8 PFF run-blocking grade. Simply put, Dalman is one of the best in the game, and his arrival helps solidify an already improving offensive line. This signing is a big win for Chicago's future, and I can't wait to see how Dalman helps shape this offense. Let's keep the discussion going. What do you think about this move? Drew Dalman has steadily improved over the years, and the Bears have plenty of reasons to be excited about bringing him in. Let's take a look at his journey with the Atlanta Falcons and how he's developed into one of the league's top centers. Dalman entered the NFL as a rookie in 2021, but saw limited action, playing just 1 game. In his 45 total snaps, he posted an impressive 78.3 PFF grade, allowing 0 sacks, 1 quarterback hit, and no hurries. An excellent start for a young player. In 2022, he became a full-time starter for the first time. While adjusting to a bigger role, he earned a 65.9 PFF grade, allowing 0 sacks, 4 quarterback hits, and 27 hurries. He showed promise, but his best football was still ahead of him. Then came 2023, the year he truly made a name for himself in the NFL. Playing all 16 games, Dalman posted an outstanding 82.3 PFF grade. He allowed just 2 sacks, 6 quarterback hits, and 29 total hurries. For a center in a tough division, facing elite defensive linemen, those are incredibly impressive numbers. In 2024, despite battling injuries, Dalman continued to showcase the toughness that defines Chicago football. In just 8 games, he gave up only 2 sacks, 1 quarterback hit, and 10 hurries, proving that even when not at full strength, he remains one of the most reliable centers in the league. What makes this signing even better is the value. Many expected Dalman to command around $17 million per year, but the Bears locked him in for just $14 million annually. A big win for the team. On top of that, while serving as Bijan Robinson's center in Atlanta, Dalman helped pave the way for an impressive 4.99 yards per carry up the A-gap. That's exactly the kind of impact Chicago needs in the run game. Looking at the Bears' offensive line as a whole, it's hard not to be impressed by the improvements GM Ryan Poles has made in just the past week. There are still some questions, like whether Braxton Jones will remain at left tackle. But one thing is clear, this unit is shaping up to be one of the strongest we've seen in years. Right now, Braxton Jones remains the starter at left tackle, as expected. But the Bears didn't stop there. They made a blockbuster move by bringing in 4-time All-Pro, 4-time Super Bowl champion, and 4-time Pro Bowler Joe Thuney to take over at left guard. This move officially signals the team moving on from Tevin Jenkins in that role. Then they secured Drew Dalman, the 4th-ranked center in the NFL over the past 2 seasons. On top of that, they added Jonah Jackson, who was one of the best right guards in the league in 2020 and 2021, while playing under Ben Johnson with the Detroit Lions. And let's not forget Darnell Wright, the former number 9 overall pick out of Tennessee, who is entering his 3rd season and is a key piece of this offensive line's future. With this revamped unit, The Bears now have 4 talented young linemen and a proven veteran leader in Thuney. It's hard not to be impressed by what GM Ryan Poles has done to transform this offensive front. This group is going to be a game-changer for Caleb Williams, who, let's be honest, desperately needed better protection. He was the most sacked quarterback in franchise history last season, going down a brutal 69 times. The Bears couldn't afford to ignore this issue, and now they've made serious moves to fix it. Dalman has been linked to Chicago for a long time, and now it's official. He's a Bear. The team locked him in on a 3-year, $42 million contract, proving once again that they're being smart with the cap while making aggressive upgrades. I don't have the full contract breakdown just yet. Shout out to X for not cooperating. But one thing is clear. This is a huge win for the Bears. So what do you guys think? Drop a "Welcome to Chicago, Drew Dalman" in the comments, and let's celebrate this major move to kick off free agency. The Bears aren't done making moves, but we wanted to get the news out to you about Drew Dalman as soon as possible. Before we dive into more Chicago Bears free agency updates and what's coming next, let's take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Ridge Wallets. If you haven't heard of Ridge Wallets yet, they're one of the most innovative wallets on the market. Tired of carrying around a bulky, overstuffed wallet? It's time to upgrade. Ridge Wallets are sleek, ultra-thin, and securely hold up to 12+ credit cards and cash without unnecessary bulk. They're made from premium, high-performance materials and even come with a lifetime warranty. Right now, Ridge is having its once-a-year anniversary sale, offering 40% off. Just head over to Ridge Wallets, use code JCBears, and don't forget to mention that Just Another Year sent you after your purchase. Now let's get back to the Bears' free agency moves, because they've been even busier than expected. While signing Drew Dalman to a 3-year, $42 million contract was a major move, they've made several other key decisions to shape the roster. Here's a quick rundown of what the Bears have done so far. Released T.E. Gerald Everett. The team decided to move on from the veteran tight end. Released D.E. DeMarcus Walker. Walker was let go as part of Chicago's roster adjustments. Brought back Daniel Hardy. Edge. The undrafted free agent from a few years ago, originally with the LA Rams, is returning to Chicago. Hardy made a big impact on special teams last season, leading the team in special teams snaps. Re-signed O.L. Bill Murray, a name Chicago fans love, not just because of the legendary actor, but because of his solid play. Murray, who earned an 85.3 PFF grade in limited action last year, is back on an exclusive rights contract. The Bears are making serious moves to improve both sides of the ball, and we're just getting started. Stay tuned for more updates as free agency continues. The Bears kept making moves by trading for Jonah Jackson in exchange for a late-round pick in this year's draft. Then, they pulled off a massive signing, bringing in 4-time Super Bowl champion and All-Pro Joe Thuney, who has played alongside legends like Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. Chicago also extended cornerback Josh Blackwell on a 2-year deal worth up to $6 million, with $2.45 million guaranteed. Additionally, they locked in special teams standout and linebacker Amen Ogbongbemiga on a 2-year contract as well. As for new additions, the Bears signed tight end Durham Smythe from the Miami Dolphins. Smythe worked with offensive coordinator Ben Johnson during his time in Miami, making him a great fit for the system. And of course, the Bears made a major move by securing Drew Dalman at center, solidifying the offensive line. Right now, the Bears' offensive line looks set, and I can't wait to break down all the details in the coming weeks. But for now, I want to hear from you. Grade the Bears' offseason so far. A through F. Personally, I'm giving it an A because they've addressed a major need on the O-line, and now they can shift focus to the defensive line in free agency. And remember, they're not done yet. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and as always, thank you for tuning in to Just Another Year.